course, many folks return home for the holidays. One of them is Gina Telaroli, who grew up in Menor and is now a well-known filmmaker in New York City. Gina is back to share some of her work with Northeast Ohio, the Nightlight Theater. Gina, welcome home.
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm glad to be here.
How's it feel to be home?
It always feels good to be home. It's a little weird that it's not cold, but I went for a run this morning and let it
You're
be.
okay.
Yeah, I'm okay.
New York City, 70 degrees tomorrow.
No, I know.
So.
It's a little wacky. But what are you going to do?
Anyway, well, welcome home anyway.
Thank you.
Give me an idea of what folks are going to see when they come to Nightlight Theater.
So there's two programs. One is going to be a program of short films that I've made over the years. And they're a little different. They're found footage films mostly. So what I've been working on a lot in the past few years is taking different digital sources, a lot of old classic Hollywood movies, the kind of things you'd see on like Turner Classics. And then stuff that I shoot and layering it together to kind of, in a weird way, create like a moving image painting.
Okay, let's talk about a couple of these. Silk Tatters?
Silk Tatters,
Tell me about that.
So Silk Tatters came about because, you know, in the last 5 years or so, the way we watch movies has changed really drastically. You know, for all of the history of cinema, you would see things projected on 35mm, on actual film strip, projected through a machine, light going through the machine. And in the last 5 years, it's all transitioned to digital. So now when you go to the movies, you're not seeing a film strip and light projected, you're seeing a digital cinema package. And the textures are very different. The light's very different. And I've been thinking a lot about what does that do to how we watch movies? It's like if you went to the art museum and all the paintings were replaced with high definition photographs. So I kind of set out to see if I could recreate that depth and make it into a movie in a digital version. So it's almost like a painting.
It's fantastic.
But in a movie theater.
And something else you shot around Lake Erie. You shot this with your parents, actually. 35 minutes northeast of Cleveland. Tell me about this one.
You know, I kind of when LeBron made his big decision, and I made the mistake of kind of reading some blogs and looking at the comments, which is something you should never do, no matter what you're interested in. And I started to get really offended because all these people were like, "Of course he went to Miami, like Cleveland, ugh." And I was like, "Cleveland's great," and you know. So this was just kind of a subtle way for me to kind of very subtly show why I think Cleveland is great. What's
your favorite thing about Cleveland?
Lake Erie. I love Headlands Beach up by where I grew up. It's like my favorite place to go. Whenever I come home in the summer, I'll tell all my friends in New York, "Oh, I'm going to go to the beach. I'm going on vacation." And they're like, "But I thought you were going to Cleveland." And I'm like, "No, but I am. I'm going to the beach."
There's a beach there.
And I take pictures and send them the pictures. But I wanted to, it's just so beautiful there, especially in the wintertime. So it's just kind of a way to show, for that film, for me, it was a subtle way to say Cleveland's beautiful. You guys have a great orchestra.
Showing Cleveland the world, which is fantastic. A cinematic view of Cleveland in a real way. Very quickly, give me the particulars. Where and when?
Oh,
folks see.
It's on the 27th. 2:30 at the Nightlight Theater. And I'm also going to be screening an Agnès Varda documentary called MUR MURS. And she made this amazing documentary about large-scale murals in 1980 in Los Angeles. And it's really fun. It's about public art and the role of public art. So I think it's a really fun movie to come see, especially this time of the year.
Gina Telaroli, thank you so much for coming in. Continued success to you. Happy holidays to you. And once again, welcome home. Your dad's here. He was smiling, so
I know.
He must be happy as well.
We're all happy. I'm going to go home and eat and sleep and have a great time.
It is all good. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.